We're back. We're playing some Sims. That was unnecessary. Hey guys, it's Kenzie. Welcome back to the channel. I am here with another Sims 4 video. Today we are going to be touring Meredith Grey's Seattle home from the one and only Grey's Anatomy. This was definitely a labor of love. This quite literally took me 4 hours to build, so I figured we would do just a cute little tour. And if you do want to see that full speed build, let me know below because I will put that out into the universe. And then while you're down there in the comment section, you might as well give me a little like, a little subscribe, all the things, because that would just make my whole day. And let's get into it. So we are here in Willow Creek, and I really just thought that this would be the best option to place Meredith's house. As you may know, Grey's Anatomy is set in Seattle, the Pacific Northwest, so I thought all of this greenery would really just match the vibes, and of course we are by the water. I didn't notice this before, but there's a ferry boat, and that is just so fitting because if you know the show, you know ferry boats is a thing. This is Meredith's home. Let's just get right into it. Thank you. I know. That was beautiful. Okay, this is our home. Meredith Grey's home. It is a 2-story, 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom house. It is a really big house. I really felt like it kind of fit into this neighborhood because, as you can see, the houses are very similar vibes, besides maybe this one. It pretty much just fits right in right here. If you don't know already, the Meredith Grey house is based off of a real life house in Seattle, so I did some digging. I found the address. We really just got into it. So this photo that I'm gonna pop up on the screen is a photo of the actual house. You can tell it's not really exactly the same, and that's okay. That is where my creative brain came in and filled in the blanks. So this front spot is the only spot that was kind of like awkward and weird, but it was the best way that I could figure out how to do all of the greenery that you can see in the photo, and then make it so that the stairway would match it as best as possible. So this is it. We have lots of bushes and greenery and trees, and then you can see that there is a front door, and then you come over here and there is a side door, and then you already see that there is an upstairs porch, and then this side door, it leads to the front and it also leads to the back. I do not have a backyard setup yet, but I'm sure once we get some gameplay in, I will want to put some stuff in the backyard just for my Sims. Usually I have like a nice little barbecue area set up or some toys outside for the kids, but that will be a later on project. And then of course, like I said, there are trees and bushes and shrubbery, and I kind of went with an overgrown, untidied look because there are surgeons that live here, and I don't think they're really gonna have time to really do a whole lot of gardening. So that was my mindset, and I love it. I think it turned out actually really good. So let's get inside. Okay, coming inside, we have our Meredith over here. She's just chilling. This is our front door. It leads to an entrance walkway area. And as always, I will pop up on the screen all of the reference photos that I used for each room. So here is the one for the entryway that I found. But we do have the shoe and coat rack over here by the door, and then a little we have a cabinet over here, and I'm happy with it. There's a rug, a door, what more can you ask for? Over here, we have our living room. And this turned out a lot smaller than I was kind of hoping for, but everything that I needed fit in there and it works. So let me pop up the reference photo that I used for this. And this reference photo is of course from a later season, but it was a good representation of how they use this room for the most part. So this is the angle, of course, from the photo. We have the blue sectional and a cozy little lazy boy in the corner. And then there are some bean bags, so I replaced them with these little pillows. And then over here, we have the TV stand, some little knickknacks and books that are on top of there. This rug, I feel like, is pretty darn close to the rug that's in the reference photo. And they usually use this room for their dance parties, and so we had to add the speaker, and there's plenty of room to do some dancing, so I'm super happy with how this one turned out. And then even down to the walls, we have some pictures that are pretty close to what is in the reference photo. And then over here, we just have some more photos to fill up some wall space. So then we come over here, and this is the office, den, reading room. And I wasn't able to find any reference photos for this room. There were a couple that I could see a little bit of a glimpse of it, but not too much with a lot of detail. However, I did find this drawn up blueprint of what someone speculates that the house could look like, and so they labeled this the office den area, so I took that and that is how I went with it, and this is how it turned out. They obviously have a computer to do whatever it is that Sims do on their computer, and then lots and lots of books. I kind of stacked these bookshelves. We have some seating and some decorations on the walls, and I thought this would be a really good room for a bunch of surgeons to come and study and do all of the smart things that surgeons do. And I'm super happy with how the sectional turned out. I love the color scheme, and there's not really much more to that, so let's move on. We'll come over here through the little hallway and straight into our first bathroom. We have a downstairs full bathroom. I did not have a reference photo for this, so this is my pure imagination. The only thing that I went off of was the reference photo for the upstairs bathroom, and that is where I got the flooring and the wall color. But other than that, I just put in everything that I thought a sim would need in a bathroom. A little bit of clutter going on, but really not much, just a shower, a toilet, and a place to wash your hands. And so that is about it. Honestly, this is a really decently sized bathroom, and there's obviously more room to add things if I decide later on that they need it. So moving on from that, over here, you can see this is the second entrance, so this is the side door, and I just added a little bit of a shoe rack and some coat racks as well, and just a little rug. Not really much needed over here. And then coming over this way to my personal favorite room, guys, I cannot even begin to tell you how proud I am of this kitchen and breakfast eating area. I have never put so much work into making it match a photo. Like, it is so close to the reference photo, and I don't really know if that was me or if it was what Sims provided for me, but either way, chef's kiss. It is iconic. So we have the yellow cabinets with the brown countertops, and the only thing that I had issues with was adding the oven over here. In the reference photo, you can kind of see that the oven is built into the cabinets, and I'm sure I could have done that with the move objects cheat, but honestly, I couldn't be bothered, and so we just did it how we wanted to do it. It actually worked out to my favor because we were able to add a countertop on top of the oven and then put a microwave on top. So it worked out. And then we have the green curtains from this reference photo, and then even down to the little blue doily curtain that is underneath the kitchen sink. How cute is this? Oh my gosh. And then we have the stove top on top of the island, which is pretty iconic in itself. And I just matched the countertops with those blue doilies because it just pulled everything together. Then over here for the breakfast dining room, I kind of went off of my own imagination here a little bit, but it turned out really cute. And then we just have a little bit of cabinet space and photos on the wall. There is enough space to seat 6 Sims in here, so that is plenty of room, which is perfect because this is the area that they all kind of gather in the show. Throughout all the seasons, this is like a communal space, so I'm super happy that we have all of this room in here. Over here, right off of the kitchen, is where our formal dining room is. Again, I didn't have any reference photos besides that blueprint that I'll pop up real quick, and that just showed that the dining room was here, so I just kind of matched the vibe of the kitchen, and I think it turned out pretty cute. It kind of gave me the opportunity to use some things that I don't normally use, like for example this whole dining table. I don't normally use the big ones like this, and I really like these chairs with the little buttons on the back, and then of course the hen centerpiece. Look at her in all of her glory. Just an icon. So not a whole lot going on in here. The Sims might come in here and use this occasionally, but other than the few times that I saw on the TV show, they didn't really use it a whole lot, so it kind of just sits there, which is fine with me. And that is the whole downstairs, so let me zoom out here so you can see the whole thing. I'm super happy with how everything turned out. So that is the downstairs, and let's make our way upstairs. Before we get up there, I will mention that this is the closest I could possibly get the staircase to be like it is in the show. I was able to find a couple of clips where it showed the staircase, and it looked like it was a 3-tiered staircase, so that's what I went with. It works, it looks okay, and we'll end it there. So coming upstairs, right off of the staircase, there is a little chair with an IV drip bag. As you may know, in the show, they do love to have a good time, and there are a few moments in the show where they do have to give themselves some hydration. And so I figured, why not just put one in the house so that they will have it on hand whenever they need it. There is a door to go off to the back porch, and then just a couple of family photos. We don't know who these people are, but I like to pretend that maybe they are Meredith's family, or maybe some of the interns that have come and gone. We don't know. It's a mystery, but it's there. So there are 4 bedrooms up here. We're gonna start off with Meredith's room. Meredith's room is down the hallway and off to the left. And this room turned out so cozy and cute. Honestly, I could see myself having this kind of room. This is really cute and cozy. I will pop up on the screen again the photos that I found that I based it off of. And really they don't give you much. There's a pretty big mystery of how the bedroom is set up. And all I could see was that there was a bed with a big headboard, some side tables, maybe a chair in the corner, and then of course some photos above the bed. So that is what I started with, and then my imagination took over from there. So we have the bed and the mismatched tables with the mismatched lamps. We have a cozy little chair in the corner, and then we have some extra pillows, either thrown off the bed for when they need to use it, if you know what I mean, or to have extra pillows for more comfort. You never know. You have options. And of course we need a dresser with some books and decorations and a little plant. And then according to the blueprints I found, Meredith does have a bathroom that comes off of her room, which makes sense, but I just never really thought about that in the show. We kept it pretty simple in here. I didn't really see Meredith being the type to decorate her bathroom. It just seems like she's the kind of girl to just need it for what you need it for. So that is what we have. We added a couple of decorations so that it would be a little bit more realistic, but that is pretty much everything that you would need a bathroom for. So here's a look at Meredith's room and bathroom once again. Super cute. I love it. It's probably one of my favorite spaces in the house. And then after Meredith's room, we will come over to the right where the upstairs main bathroom is. I was able to find a few reference photos for this bathroom because weirdly they do a lot of scenes in this bathroom, which means more content for me to look at. There is a lot going on, so I'll pop up on the screen the reference photos for that. We have a full bathtub shower, and you can see in the reference photos that their bathtub is built into the wall, which is pretty cool. So this was my best interpretation of that. I decided to do this wallpaper with some paneling on the bottom, which kind of gives the illusion that there's some sort of built-in happening. And then in the photo you can see that there is red tile in the bathtub, so I went with pink. That was the closest I could get, but it worked out. It kind of gave it a cute little pink vibe in here. And you can also see in the photo that there is a built-in shelf over here by the toilet, which is pretty cool. It kind of blocks the toilet from everything else. So I was able to do that with an accent table that you use for a TV stand. And I just added some little clutter, some knickknacks to kind of make it a little more personalized. And then of course the toilet fits perfectly over here. Over here we have the sink, and in one of the reference photos is obviously from a way later season when there's kiddos running around, so I decided to add this little box so that the kids could pull it out and use it to stand on to get up to the sink, which is obviously not functional for The Sims, but in real life that is a thing that you have. And then lastly, maybe the most importantly, this flooring. I will pop up on the screen the reference photo I got for the flooring, and this is pretty spot on. And if you know, in the show there is an episode where Izzy lays on the bathroom floor for the entire episode. I won't spoil anything, but if you know, you know. And I just feel like this bathroom floor was literally a perfect match. All blue, maybe a couple of scuff marks everywhere. So that is where I got the flooring from. Other than that, that's pretty much it for the bathroom. I just added some clutter items, some towels, some dirty laundry, and that's all you pretty much need for a bathroom. So there it is. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. It's super cute, and I'm really glad I could make this area happen. I was a little worried about it, but it seemed like a thing that needed to be put in there. So here it is, and let's move on from there. We have 3 more bedrooms. So the next room I'm going to show you, I decorated it to be Izzy's bedroom because in the first season, her first ever roommates are Izzy and George, so that's what I based it off of for now. Things might change later in the future, but here we have it. There is not a whole lot of room in here, so we just did the essentials: a bed, a dresser, some cute little clothes that I thought Izzy would wear, and then a nice little fur rug. Over here is George's room, and he had a little bit more room to work with, so of course he has his bed, his dresser, but then I also added a little chair and some books because he just seems like the type that would sit in his room and read, bless his heart. So that is George's room. And then over here is the last bedroom. This was one that I just added because I had the extra space for it. So this is going to be like a spare bedroom, and then there is a full-size bed in here. If you noticed over here for George and Izzy's room, they only had room for single beds. And if you've seen the show, you know they like to have fun, they like to get down and flirty. So they needed a full-size bed because I'm sure Meredith does not want them using her bed the entire time. So hopefully the Sims will get the hint and they'll come over here, use this full-size bed for however they please. And then other than that, there's just some decorations. I thought this was really cute. I added the poster from the romance doctor show that they watch on The Sims, so that was just perfect. And that is pretty much it for that bedroom. Over here, I will just give you a quick glimpse of the upstairs porch. So coming out here, not a whole lot to look at. I just added a chess table so they could work on their skills. And that is it for the upstairs. Let's take a full look. Here she is. It turned out so much better than I was expecting. I was a little bit overwhelmed with all of the detail I could see in all the photos, but at least for a Sims build, I think this is very functional for Sims, and it also turned out really, really cute and super close to how the reference photos were. So I am like super duper happy with it. And that is about it for Meredith's house. So that is it for Meredith's house. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you had fun. I hope this turned out to be the house of your dreams. And I am ready to get some Sims in here and get some action happening. Let me know what you guys think of this build. Feel free to like and comment down below. And stay tuned for next time, because we are going to be creating Derek Shepard in Create a Sim. And that is going to be coming very soon. And then if you want to see more of me, feel free to head over to Twitch. Follow me on there and follow me on Instagram. I do stream on Twitch occasionally, and that is my very own personal Instagram. So check it out, and I will see you again very, very, very soon. Goodbye.